Hey guys, how you doing? Austin Hilton here. In this video, we're going to be talking about Dogecoin. This is your latest update related to Doge, and we're going to look at the overall kind of market condition, see how the other cryptos out there are doing. As you may remember, I'm still on the road, still in Nashville, leaving today, heading back to Dallas. Thus, I'm not going to be able to show you any graphics on the screen, throw anything up. So I'm going to be talking to you. We're going to have a conversation, just kind of overall state of the union. This video is for entertainment purposes only. As always, invest at your own risk. So let's get into it. So right now, guys, Dogecoin is trading at 31 cents. It's down about 11% overall. 24-hour lows, let me look. 24-hour low is 30 cents. 24-hour high is 36 cents. So we are on the lower end of that spectrum, that 24-hour spectrum. If you kind of take a look at the overall state of the union, and I'm going to refresh real quickly. Remember, I go to digitalcoinprice.com, digitalcoinprice.com. CoinMarketCap.com also has a similar kind of charting function where it shows the top 100 cryptos, etc. Basically, we're still down, right? And so I'm assuming you know this in the context that you're probably looking inside your wallet, your holdings, and you're like, man, this stuff is down a little bit across the board. Like, for example, Bitcoin is down 8%, Ethereum is down 15%, Dogecoin, as you know, is down 11%, Cardano is down 20%, Binance Coin 21%, XRP 19%, etc. So I think we again still have as I've been saying in my last couple of videos, we are still in this kind of downward cycle, this downward pressure scenario. The 7-day chart for Dogecoin is absolutely a sideways kind of momentum scenario where it's trading sideways, and I don't really expect to see any major change in the next day or two. I think that we're probably going to be in a flat market for a good 2 or 3 plus weeks. At least from the kind of the information I'm reading and some of the analysis that I'm doing and some of the overall kind of just indicators that I'm seeing. I think that across the board, it's just going to continue to be kind of a flat scenario and just kind of roll like this. If you look at Dogecoin, the positive news that we've got around Doge right now is we actually jumped in market cap. We took back the number 4 position. So to give you some perspective, Bitcoin is number 1, Ethereum's number 2, and then Tether's still in the 3 spot. But number 4 is Doge. Okay, so Dogecoin has a market cap of 40 billion right now, which is dramatically down from where we were a week or 2 plus ago. We were in the 60s and things of that nature. I fully expect it to go back. I'm not overly concerned about anything here. I think this is just, again, this is kind of a scenario where we've got a market condition that's driving everything down, right? And so I would tell you, as I've mentioned in previous videos, that when it comes to Dogecoin, number one, it's established itself as one of the top cryptos out there. It has the Doge army surrounding it, the influencer community that is actively involved, millions of people that are actively involved over on Reddit. Last time I looked, it was 1.9 million people over in Reddit that are actively involved in this crypto. We're emotionally tied to this crypto. Also, second, you've got the celebrity factor going for Doge. We know that that's in place. It has not gone away. That is still there. Excuse me. We've got Musk, Cuban, things of that nature. And then thirdly, we've got kind of the potential of, in its infancy stage, of Dogecoin looking at becoming an asset that people use in their daily lives to purchase and do transactions with. On that front, I think there's going to have to be some advancements in technology to make it easier to use in day to day. And right here, right now, I don't know what that looks like. But my point to you is that it's not like Robinhood. It's not easy to use per se. It's from a transactional standpoint is what I'm trying to get at. So there's definitely things that will transpire there. So as far as catalysts that are sitting out there for us, I've mentioned a couple times we've got Coinbase that we will be listed on that exchange in the near future. We're about 6 to 7, 8 weeks out for that. That's a catalyst that is out there that I think that we will get some run up. Leading up to that, I think the price will increase it somewhat. But I will always bring you back that when Bitcoin and Ethereum are down, Dogecoin is going to be down as well. Okay, so that's a kind of an overall indicator. And again, right now, Bitcoin is down. Let me check again. Bitcoin is down 8 8.79%. Bitcoin is down 9%, and Ethereum is down 15%. We are effectively tied to the conditions of the market as it relates to those two cryptos, and the overall market conditions. Because remember, I've mentioned this a couple times, that what's happened with Doge is a good thing in the context that it's reached that kind of stratosphere where it's there. It's mentioned with Bitcoin, it's mentioned with Ethereum, and it's just in the same context, and that's a really, really good thing. And overall, in the market, when Bitcoin is down and Ethereum are down, kind of as the two main bellwethers of this. There's your sentence. There's your word of the day. Use that today in a sentence. Freak somebody out. Bellwether. They are your two kind of market indicator cryptos that are out there. Whatever happens kind of in those, usually in the context, kind of trickles down and impacts everything else. Plus, you've got also worldwide global media that is still talking about the fact that, quote, Bitcoin is crashing and Bitcoin is down and the overall market is down and all those kind of scenarios. I think we're going to continue to be kind of plagued by that in the short term. All the indicators are that Bitcoin is looking like it will reach 100,000 by December, somewhere in there, and that's kind of some of the technical documents that I'm reading, some of the information that I'm consuming, that I'm seeing out there. It's not me doing any kind of a forecasting scenario. It's just me kind of giving you guys some of the information that I'm seeing out there. It's kind of crazy to still think that Bitcoin, from where it was, is going to be 100,000 plus. Ethereum, from what I'm hearing, will be 10,000 plus, and right now Ethereum is trading at around $2,000. I mean, that's a fantastic growth trajectory there. My point is that as those two go, Dogecoin will follow and be right there, aside them. And I think overall you have to kind of look at it from that standpoint and kind of say, okay, the overall market is down right now, and so you need to be looking at kind of what your investing strategy is and looking at, is this a time to buy, maybe to buy and hold long term? Those are some things that you should definitely be looking at and trying to consider, because if you look out, I mean, Dogecoin has a really, really bright future ahead of it. I think that we'll continue to see it evolve, continue to see more uses around it and more utility coming around it. I think it's all there for in the future. We've got finally as well the media scenario around it, that anytime something happens, even anytime Elon tweets anything, or any kind of news event there, then that transpires and it ultimately pushes up Doge as well. Lastly, from an overall kind of marketing and kind of how I see it growing, I think that Doge is absolutely looking like it could reach $1.50, based off the Coinbase scenario, plus some June timeframe scenarios that I see developing. I think that the market in June is definitely going to go up and continue to go up. The overall crypto market is really what I'm referring to now. Again, Doge will be there with it. And then finally, kind of a few final thoughts. It's one of those situations where when you look at your overall investment strategy related to crypto and stocks and things like that, I think that you should definitely diversify your risk. You should not be into one crypto only. Be into a couple of different ones. Have some short-term transaction strategy. Have some long-term transaction strategy, things like that. But also, guys, diversify your risk. Go invest in some stocks. Go invest in some other things like that, just to overall diversify your risk. Again, not investment advice. But risk minimization and spreading it around a little bit is definitely not a bad thing to do. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap up there. So right now, that's where we're at. Let me give you a final price of Doge before we leave. Yeah, we're at 30 cents. So we're down 12%. I fully expect us to kind of be in this area for a while, and we'll continue to see how it plays out. I will be back in Dallas later today, so probably my videos tonight will be back from my studio. So I'll see you then. Take it easy. Bye.